Welcome to today's episode. I'm your host, Sabiha Mukadam, a fee for service planner. Today, we are going to go beyond the basics, navigating the eight variations of the Smith maneuver. In our last session, we broke down the foundational mechanics of the Smith maneuver, the systematic process of converting non deductible mortgage debt into tax deductible investment loan, all without altering your household's monthly cash flow. However, a common misconception among many Canadian homeowners is that Smith maneuver is a rigid, one size fits all formula. In reality, it is highly flexible financial framework. Over the years, as different financial institutions, asset structures, and risk tolerances have come into play, several distinct variations of the strategies have evolved. Some are straightforward and excellent for beginners, while the others are highly advanced, multi layered leverage strategies suited strictly for experienced investors. Today, we are going to go beyond the basics to explore the eight primary variations of the Smith maneuver. My goal is to give you a clear structural overview so you can understand which approach, if any, safely aligns with your long term retirement objectives. Let's begin with the more accessible and structural approach. First, we have the plain Jane Smith maneuver. This is the classic foundation. You make your regular mortgage payment, and then the principal portion unlocks in the credit line, readvanceable home equity line of credit, or HELOC as you call it. You borrow and invest those funds monthly. It is ideal for beginners and those who prefer the disciplined, steady pacing of dollar cost average. The second is the singleton shuffle, occasionally referred as the Flintstone flip. This is an exceptional strategy if you already own an existing portfolio of stocks or mutual funds inside a standard non-registered investment account. You temporarily liquidate those assets, use the cash proceeds to make massive lump sum prepayments on your mortgage principal, and immediately reborrow the exact amount from your newly opened HELOC to repurchase your investments. Your market position stays the same, but your debt instantly transforms from non-deductible to tax deductible. This has changed a little bit in the recent years due to the change in the OFC rules, but in general, the philosophy still works. Third up is the top up strategy. Many Canadians are sitting on vast amount of stagnant home equity due to real estate appreciation. Instead of starting your investment program from zero, the top up strategy allows you to advance a significant lump sum from the existing equity right at inception to invest immediately, compounding larger amounts in the market much earlier. The fourth one is the debt miracle. This variation focuses on debt consolidation. If you're carrying high interest, non deductible consumer debt, like the credit cards or auto loans, you can consolidate those balances into your lower interest readvanceable mortgage. By streamlining your obligations and lowering your interest costs, you rapidly accelerate your mortgage principal paydown, which quickly increases space to generate tax deductible investment capital. As we move into the remaining four variations, the mechanics become more specialized and in some cases significantly more aggressive. Fifth is using dividends. Rather than automatically reinvesting the dividends generated by your new investment portfolio, this variation redirects the cash distributions to make additional prepayments on your mortgage principal. This instantly unlocks equivalent space in your HELOC to be reborrowed and reinvested. While this rapidly accelerates the destruction of your mortgage, it also triggers annual tax liabilities on those dividends, requiring very careful optimization. The sixth strategy is the Smith Snyder strategy. This is a sophisticated retirement focus variation designed for the deaccumulation phase of life. Instead of liquidating your accumulated portfolio all at once when you retire, which can trigger massive capital gain tax spikes, you draw income from the portfolio gradually using structural withdrawals or specific income producing funds that offer tax efficient return of capital. The seventh is the Rempel maximum strategy. This is an aggressive acceleration track technique. Rather than waiting for your regular mortgage payments to slow credit up freely, which in the line space could take over decades, this strategy involves borrowing a substantial, highly leveraged lump sum right at the beginning using specialized investment loan structures alongside your home equity to maximize market exposure from day one. Finally, eighth, the triple top up strategy. This is the most advanced multi layered variation of the framework. It simultaneously synthesizes home equity optimization, traditional investment loan, and deliberate recycling of annual tax refunds and portfolio distribution back into the wealth engine. It is highly complex and suited strictly for sophisticated investors working alongside dedicated financial planners and tax team. Uh, now, Now that we have reviewed the landscape, the critical takeaway here is that you do not need to layer your finances with immense complexity to benefit from this framework. The vast majority of working professionals find extraordinary success simply by utilizing the plain Jane, singleton shuffle, or top up variations. Success with the Smith maneuver is not determined by choosing the most aggressive variation, it is determined by choosing the path that precisely matches your psychological risk tolerance, your structural cash flow, and your broader retirement plan. Because this strategy involves structural debt, conversion, and leverage, proper execution from day one is non negotiable. Implementing this strategy requires analyzing your current mortgage terms, ensuring absolute isolation between deductible and non deductible accounts to satisfy the Canada Revenue Agency, and constructing a portfolio legally optimized for interest deductibility. If you are wondering whether Smith maneuver makes sense for your household or which variation aligns with your specific goal, the next step is a personalized conversation. We offer a complimentary 30-minute consultation where we can evaluate your current home equity position, analyze your existing debt structure, and determine if this approach fits safely into your long term wealth strategy. Thank you for joining me today. Stay disciplined, stay strategic, and I look forward to helping you build continued financial confidence.